Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Dead Island Riptide, and before we start off here I do have to mention a couple of things. First of all, this is the second time I am recording this episode. The first time, the recording corrupted and I lost it all. And the problem with that is that Dead Island doesn't have your typical save system. As you can see, there is no option to save here. Instead, it autosaves, which is all well and good because it means I don't have to remember saving and it just saves wherever I quit. The problem with that is it's incredibly difficult to get it to roll back if something happens, which means this is a separate save file. As you can see, if I go to miscellaneous and modifications, in fact, I've got nothing because I've had to recreate the save file that we were on. I was able to merge or transfer the current save file over to this new one. However, if we look at the quest list, yeah, I've taken all the side quests. I haven't done them because I have a plan. So the old save file is perfectly fine. All I have to do is replay and re-record what we did, and that's good because it means that this episode I'm going to do it on this save file. I have given us back the weapons we had. I have, however, leveled them up to the level we are currently, which is level 37, which is where we left off last episode. And so what I'm going to do for this episode is play through what I was going to do, which is the next part of the main campaign, and then we will do the consequent episodes in the old save file, which means hopefully this is the only time you'll have to see this one. However, just in case something does happen, next time something possibly happens, I will break out this save file, I will get it up to the level where we were, and continue from there. And the way that I've done this is to make it easy for myself, is I gave myself the crowd pleaser legendary shotgun with the hooligan mod, which is the striker mod, renamed in Riptide, and I gave myself invincibility and made it so that zombies don't attack me, which makes it very easy to traverse around the area. And I started from a checkpoint. I started from chapter 4, which is how I was able to get here without having to do the main quests and why I only have to do the side quests. With that all said and done, let's get into it. So, Harlow, because it starts at chapter 4, it assumes that you have already spoken to Harlow, and what you've missed out on here is Harlow basically saying that she knows Dr. Kessler. He worked with markers, but they don't work anymore. The heroes are skeptical, however, now that Marcus has gone AWOL, the only thing that we can do now is talk to Kessler and hope that Kessler will give us a map to the yeah, there you go. Hopefully Kessler will give us a map to the jungle, there you go, the map to Henderson, and yeah, that's how that's going to go. So that's what we've got to do now. We've got to track down Kessler, go to his biosphere, and because it also assumes that you've made it, it starts us here. I didn't actually enter the compound or go to the research lab myself. It spawns you in at that area, and as you can see, I am no longer immune to the zombies because that one just tried to come and bite me, come and attack me. So, Kessler's biosphere, I did point it out in the previous episode, it's up here. Here you go, it's now actually marked on the map as research laboratory, but there is a portal which takes us to a separate map which is for Kessler's biosphere. So that's what we're going to be doing now, and I'm going to drive there. I'm simply climbing these vines and then we'll be climbing the rocks. And I can only hope that this recording also doesn't corrupt, because I don't want to do this a third time. I mean, using the save editor, I can at least give myself the quest items to easily complete most of the quests that we have. However, as you can see, Maggie's quest, I can't do that because I need to go and find the treehouse. Hopefully though, if I give myself the notes for Maggie, that should hopefully update where I have and haven't been, or at least trick the game into thinking I've gone there and collected them myself. The only problem with these quest items is that Pierre's side quest, even though we're probably never going to see him again because he's so out the way and his shop is so random and niche. I'm never actually going to want to buy anything from him. However, yeah, it does mean that Pierre's side quest, I will actually have to go off and get him fuel every single time I have to restart, which is not brilliant. However, we make do. It should mean, though, that most of the side quests, apart from the team's quests, are going to be a bit difficult, because I'm going to have to redo them all the time and give myself loads of mod items to do it. But anyway.
Alright, find a way in.
Shit. This place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
So there's the biosphere. There is no map. There technically is a map, but we can't see it. It's much like, you know, the police station or the prison from Dead Island. There is no map, but it's a relatively small area. It consists mostly of just the biosphere, the entrance, this base down here, going down here, which we will do later for a side quest. We won't do that now because, yeah, we're going to be coming here later, so I might as well show you guys then. There's a bunker at the end. I think there's a mod item in it, or a mod, a blueprint. There should be. As for back here, there's only a metal chest. Yeah, nothing. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's nothing much to look at in this actual area out the front of the biosphere. There's a fast travel map which is not accessible for right now, and we need to come up here and try and talk to Kessler.
Dr. Kessler, open up.
Who is it? What do you want?
My name is Sam B, and I really need your help. Please let me in.
I am busy doing serious research here. I have no time for visitors. Leave me be.
That's what I want to talk to you about. Your study on Kuru disease. That shit was genius, man. But I had a couple questions for you.
I swear I can't get a moment's peace around here. Very well, come in.
And Sam B is the absolute best at completely bluffing his way through. There is this newspaper on Kessler and Villa's research. I'm going to take it.
Look like an article about Marcus' biological research.
I've no clue exactly what it does, but I might as well collect it. It's apparently a quest item. And here we go. Get a nice little cutscene introducing a new type of zombie. So that guy is called the Grenadier.
What the fuck are those things?
So yeah, it's called the Grenadier, and he's not particularly nice. There's a bunch of them. We're going to need to go talk to him. Right here on this desk, I collected it in that episode, but on the desk here, and I will play it for you, is John Morgan's Diary Part 5, and I'm just going to play that so that you can hear it. Never mind, we're going to have to do that from within. I thought I would be able to. I thought I'd be able to play it without that, but
most of my squad is dead. Melby and Howard were lost in Kundera. Johnson was attacked by this abomination, and Murphy put a bullet in him as his screams were raising the dead. At least they look and smell bloody dead, but I mean, how can that be? I came from the jungle, from everywhere, snarling like hungry animals, and Miller panicked and ran into a whole mob of them. They fell on him like rabid dogs, tore him to pieces, and the rest of us barely made it out alive. I was bitten on the shoulder, and the others were sure the infection would take me as well. And soon after we went to sleep, Jenkins tried to murder me. I had no choice but to shoot the bloody maniac. Everyone's scared to death. At this point, I think our only option is Henderson. At least there's a military base there. Most of our families are there as well. I just hope the city's still safe.
And that's part 5 of John's diary. We have missed out a couple, but no doubt they're scattered in the jungle somewhere. Also, I believe there's a recording of Angela Guerra in this area. I think it's in the bunker though, so we're not going to be getting that yet. Because I think, yeah, we have part 5, which we collected when we was doing Dr. Jane's side quest. So instead, we'll talk to Kessler.
I need to get to Henderson, and I heard you know a way through those old Japanese tunnels.
There aren't any tunnels. Now get out of here. I am a scientist, not a tour guide. Stop wasting my time.
Marcus Villa told me about them tunnels, so I know you know about them.
You saw Marcus? I haven't seen him in ages. He was brilliant.
I have a feeling this is why we collect the paper.
But let us just say there are reasons we no longer work together. Very good reasons.
So they'll actually continue
Yeah,
talking
he
to
tried
us.
to eat me. I get it. He's fucked up crazy.
He wanted to eat you. That doesn't make any sense. Sure, he went to live with the natives, but they've always struck me as peaceful people. Perhaps he was worse off than I even imagined. But that does not explain why he would resort to cannibalism.
He said he needed flesh from somebody who's immune. Said he wanted to make a cure or some shit.
Wait a moment, are you saying that you are immune to what's happening out there? Well then, this certainly changes things, doesn't it? Yes, I'm afraid it does. Yeah, I have a map that you should find helpful. But if you want it, you need to help me with something. I have been researching this disease for many years now. Kuru has been endemic to the indigenous people here for centuries. This outbreak is one of many, and each incident is a little different, as is the trigger that reawakens the plague. It's truly remarkable how this prion disease adapts or changes, how it mutates when exposed to external factors, the speed at which it affects the host organism. Astonishing, really. But science can be unpredictable. Dangerous even, you understand? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing them corpses out in the greenhouse unpredicted themselves to an early grave.
A truly unfortunate accident, one that was largely the fault of my assistants. I assure you, I had very little to do with what happened out there.
Whatever, man. Just tell me what you want me to do so I can get the hell out of here.
I am merely trying to make it clear that I am not an evil man. In times such as these, it is easy for men of science to be blamed, persecuted for their actions. Especially by people who possess lesser minds. My 4 assistants were in possession of some reagents, chemicals, contained within vials. Unfortunately, those vials are out there in the greenhouse. Bring them to me, and I will give you the map. Do we have a deal?
Okay, so we need to get Dr. Kessler some reagents after telling us how dangerous it is that the virus can mutate.
I'm up for it.
But it's fine.
You will probably need to kill all 4 of them in order to secure the vials. But there is no saving them now. You will be putting them out of their misery.
Yeah, man, shit happens. I get it. But you better have that map waiting for me.
Okay, so
Conduct my tests without...
Kessler worked with Villa at some point. There it is. Which I'm sure is nothing to worry about. But yeah, it sounds to me like Kessler doesn't much like Marcus. Yoink. So yeah, we don't particularly have to worry about that. He's researching it and whatnot. And oh, hello. What's going on here? Well, I'm sure this is fine. Okay, not sure what happened there. Apparently it just really hated going into the biosphere. But here we go. So there's grenadiers are all around. There's these guys who are a new... Oh, okay. Who are a new, yeah, part of this. But these guys, they're mutated scientists, and basically what that means is they are walkers. There you go. They are walkers which are immune to fire. Well, relatively immune to fire. They have high fire resistance. They've... Oh, what the hell's happening in here? Why doesn't my game suddenly like running the goddamn biosphere? But anyway, yeah, they're walkers that have drunk a fire resistance potion, and so they're a bit like floaters. I think grenadiers have the same property, where they are. Oh, you flare gun, like. It's a shame that it's in this save file. I'll transfer it over to the main save file. Yeah, it's payment for my having to do all this again. Because yeah, I do want this flare gun. Oh, and the flare gun. Oh, that means I can show you something. Yes. Okay. Oh, but I forgot. I don't have any of the. Okay. Okay. This is fine. But yeah, I think grenadiers have the same property in that they are relatively immune to fire. But grenadiers are a bit like floaters in the regard that they throw things at us and they do damage. They actually tear bits off their own body off and they explode a bit like grenades, whereas floaters will spew acid bile at us. But the fun thing about grenadiers, and I have one shot to show this, is that... Hello. There you go. The fun thing about grenadiers is that their tank on their back will explode when shot or punctured. That's just a mutated scientist. Yeah, let's deal with you. That's another mutated scientist. Okay. Where's our grenadier friend? Where's he shooting at us from? He's down there. Okay. Okay, friendo. And I missed. I missed and he's not going to... Okay, he's not going to blow up. Okay. Yeah. If I had managed to hit him properly... Weak scythe. If I had managed to hit him properly... There's another one. It would have punctured his backpack or his tank, and the tank would explode. As it is, yeah, I missed... How the hell did you get up there? I can't get up there. How okay, don't question the zombies. Yeah, so their fuel tank explodes, which is a relatively easy way to kill them. It just requires you to have a firearm or a flare gun or a harpoon, really. Gives you the best chance, and then if you just circle around them so that you can get an easy shot at their back, then you can blow it up and set them off. So we need to continue forwards, we need to just extend this so we can get to that guy. Let's use the staff for a while because, yeah, we have the staff. I'm just going to quickly yoink. And as you can see, attacking it with a melee weapon won't do anything. It has to be punctured with a bullet weapon. Yeah, that's right, reagent. Yoink.
Oh, that one's mine.
How did you get up there? Get out of here, you lot. Yeah, how did you get over there? I want to get over there. Yeah. Okay. Mutated scientists. Mutated scientists. Oh, you're not dead. Yeah. Barbecue time. Yoink. Yoink. They're very scary sounding, aren't they? However, it is mostly repurposed. Yeah, as you can see, they take very little fire damage. But yeah, they are mostly, I think, just reused floater sounds. Except for meat thrower. Meat thrower is toxic, so any fire weapon will kill him. Molotovs will kill him, because he has that toxic cloud around him. But there you go, that's meat thrower dead and dealt with.
No,
I'm just going to quickly finish him off. Yoink. And grenadier. Yeah, as you can see, they're taking absolutely no fire damage. They get 8 fire damage, whereas if I use an electrical weapon, ow. There you go. Instant crit. And there's the grenadier dead. Kick him down and get the reagent, and that's the last thing, I think. Yep. Should be able to return to Kessler. Come on. update the quest. I have everything. Excuse me?
Got 'em all.
There you go. It just took a while there. Did it therefore mean that I really missed that checkpoint?
I cannot conduct my tests without the reagent.
Okay. Okay, there you go. There you go. We've got the checkpoint. There, we come through here. There you go. Yep. Thank you, Riptide. Ow.
Can't hurt to take a look.
Yoink, ammonia. And let's talk to Kessler.
Good, good. Now I can conduct my tests. I only require a sample of your blood.
No, that wasn't part of the deal, Doc. You hand over that motherfucking map.
I am doing a poor job of explaining myself. You are clearly immune, that much is certain. But that does not mean that you are safe. There is a strong possibility that the virus is in your body. And if it is, it could mutate. And depending on how it mutates, you could be in grave danger. All I need is a small blood sample. I'll run a simple test, and then we'll know. This is for your own good.
Let's get this over with.
Yep. Kessler wants to test our blood for the virus, which, as we know, is in here thanks to Dr. West. Or at least, I think so.
See, that wasn't so bad, was it? If I had a little sweet, I would give you one.
You something else, Doc. You know that?
I was merely trying to lighten the mood. Oh, it will only take a moment to prepare the sample. Please be patient.
Kessler's coming over here to look at it. Hello, he's looking at the machine
This is truly astonishing.
with his Excel spreadsheet open. And off he goes.
I've got your results.
Oh, good.
You are completely resistant to the virus.
Oh, no shit, Sherlock.
No, it is not what you think. Your resistance to the virus has kept it from multiplying, from wreaking havoc on your body. But it has not destroyed the virus. It has merely suppressed it. You need to be very careful. Any contact with certain types of reagents could trigger a mutation.
Oh, like the ones we just
If the virus
collected.
mutates, it stands to reason that you could lose your immunity, or much, much, much worse. Unfortunately, there are so many factors to consider that it is impossible for me to tell you exactly what might happen. But one thing is clear. You should avoid anything that would put you at risk.
Such as?
Your plan was to use the tunnels to reach Henderson, correct? Yes, the Japanese created them during World War II, and later they were used to store chemical weapons. In the 50s, during a monsoon, there was a leak, and some of those chemicals worked their way into the water. The Aussies sent in a battalion of engineers and soldiers to clean them up, but they weren't successful. When they went into the tunnels, one of them must have been infected. The virus mutated and all hell broke loose. The Aussies had to blow the entrances to prevent the infection from spreading. Most of the men were still down in the tunnels. I have long suspected that exposure to those chemicals is what caused the infected soldier to mutate. Anyway, you need to find the old Jesuit mission. A passageway runs from the ruins down into the tunnels. Here is the map as I promised. I cannot stop you from going down there. That is your decision. But if you do, use an abundance of caution. Try to avoid prolonged exposure to the chemicals. I wish you best of luck.
Okay, thanks, Doc.
And we got our map of the tunnels.
Harlow, pick up.
Thank God I was starting to worry. Did you get the map from Kessler?
Yeah, I got it. Them tunnels sound like they might be a bitch, though.
You can fill me in when we meet up. Where are you going now?
See if I can find a tunnel entrance.
Will you help me with one important...
And there's our stun gun, thank you. So, Kessler says that the virus is in our body, and it's just dormant, which counteracts what Dr. West said, which is the virus doesn't mutate, it doesn't duplicate, it just dies. That's my impression of Dr. West telling us that. But yeah, so obviously our immunity is changing, the virus is there, it's just dormant, It's not dying, it's existing, but it's not doing anything. And Kessler's saying that if we interact with any mutagen or reagents or anything, it can change that. So we need to be careful, which I'm sure is what's going to happen, and nothing's bad is going to happen to us. Let's talk to Kessler again, though, because he does have a side quest.
What you need?
I need more data for my research if I'm going to be able to help you. If you're heading to the tunnels, please be observant. Bring me whatever unusual you find there. Will you?
Sure, and we get a nice new golf club.
I can do that.
Excellent. There might be a strange substance or a monster that you have not seen before. Maybe some trace from the Australian force.
And that's what we need to do. But first of all, though, there's one last thing we need to do before I end this episode, because I can't remember if I did it in the main save. So I'm going to do it now. And that is go to Mataka Village. Because we have some unfinished business with a certain ex-resident. And we're not going to meet Dave, because I made sure to do Dave's side quest before taking this so that we didn't run into him. So, yeah, we remember this place, and I'm going to collect, or rather, I'm going to take my molotov out. Hello, Marcus.
Killing me will not set you free.
Well, well, well.
So, you came after me, I see. You think I am dangerous,
You out your goddamn mind.
and now I must die. Can't you see what I was trying to do?
And that's it. Marcus is now going to attack us. I'm just going to do this and yeet. Get a taste of your own medicine, Marcus. Unfortunately, Molotovs are not as good in Riptide as they were in Dead Island, so he's not actually going to die from one. He's going to be nicely cooked, but as you can see, he's not actually going to die, so that's why we need to drop another one on him. This should be enough. Should be enough to kill him, I think. Yeah, that's got him. And that's him done.
Twisted motherfucker. Getting the hang of this.
Getting the hang of this. And I'll do this because I'm pretty sure we leveled up. Oh yeah, by the way, due to the fact that I was using the shotgun, I'm now level 3 in firearm skill on this save file, but it's fine. He only had a tiring machete on him. We need to get back up, and to do that we're going to go over here. I made sure to rescue Stanley again as well, so that we didn't encounter Stanley here. Thug, do I? Why not? He's bleeding. Okay, he bled out, good, and that's cash. Yeah, due to the fact that I completed a whole bunch of side quests, I now have loads of cash on this so far, which is nice, 50 grand. But I'm sure all of that will go in a flash. And Marcus is now dead, which is good, and that means all I have to do now is go back to Harlow village and talk to Harlow, I think, yeah. We'll take the harpoon gun from her. And yeah, actually we don't have to go talk to her, because the next thing to do is travel to the Santa Maria mission, which we will do next episode in the main save file. In this save file, I'll give myself loads of quest items and finish off these side quests, and then give myself some stuff to do the team quests as well, up to where we were. And we're now on House of God. It's now chapter 5. We need to go find the Santa Maria mission. And yeah, that is it for this episode. I will thank you all for watching, and goodbye.